So I want to start off by saying a few thank yous. Grace, thank you for the immeasurable amount of work that you've done behind the scenes to help put this together. The wedding party, thank you for all you've done to support Erin and Nick over the last 18 months. You can learn a lot about people by the friends they keep, and Erin and Nick are very blessed to have you. And finally, Erin, nobody has done more to pull this event together than you have. And for anybody that knows Erin, she is extremely organized and managed everything to perfection. I started working on this speech in June of 1999. I have a lot of material, so please make yourself comfortable. It's hard for me to believe that the little girl who once thought it was a good idea to use a rock to carve her name into my car is now married. This same little girl who, when I asked to mow the backyard, mowed her initials in the lawn inside. The same girl who spent hours learning to ride a unicycle just because. The same girl who once sent me a text of a picture with a potato beside my face and the caption, twins. The same girl who secretly added Wiz Khalifa to my running mix. This same girl who seems to always have a focus on perfection and the drive to get her there. The same girl who's grown into a beautiful young woman who is smart, kind, quiet yet confident, humble, and has a somewhat quirky sense of humor, is now married. Erin, you look beautiful. There is no bigger blessing in life than being a parent. And nothing fills your heart more than seeing your child happy. Today, my heart is full. Erin, I am proud of you beyond words. Watching you grow up has been an absolute joy. In the last few years, meeting Nick, I've seen you smile more, giggle more, and laugh more. Which brings me to a note I found in your room when you were in the 4th grade. On the top of the paper was written, "Boys I love." Nick, your name was not on it. But mine was. I was 4th. That said, I am so grateful that the two of you have found each other. And I may be a little bit biased, Nick, but I believe you may just be the luckiest guy on the planet. The night Erin was born was a special one. Erin's mom was a superhero that day, and when I got home and had time to reflect, I wrote in my journal, "Tonight, a beautiful angel was born." At least that's what I thought I wrote. Years later, when rereading it, it didn't look right, and I realized what I actually wrote was, "Tonight, a beautiful angle was born." So, a little advice for you, Nick. Erin is for sure cute. She is by no means obtuse. But she is beautiful, and she's usually a right angle. I first heard about Nick on a walk with Erin around the neighborhood with the dogs, because just the two of us walking looks weird. We did this frequently, and from time to time I would ask her, "Erin, how are the boys treating you?" And her answer was always, "Dadrick, stop talking." Well, this one time was kind of different, and when I asked her, she said, "Well, I kind of have my eye on somebody." And she went on to tell me about the search retreat where she and Nick met. Once they started dating, I put together a questionnaire, an application, and gave it to her to give to Nick. So Nick could fill it out, and we could learn a little bit more about him, which we did. Some of the questions were, what was the last book you read? How often do you go to church? What are the qualities you like about Erin most? I'm going to share 3 other questions with you, along with Nick's response and what that meant to me. One of the questions was, what is your favorite book? His response was, any book from the Magic Treehouse series. I have very fond memories of Grace and I reading this series to Ben, Erin, and Corey, going back in time with Jack and Annie on adventures. I was glad to see that Nick probably had a similar experience with his parents growing up, and for some reason this made me feel comfortable. Another question was, what was your favorite childhood memory? I'm going to read this to you verbatim. It was long. So this is what Nick wrote. This is a loaded question because my childhood memories would take years to tell you. But don't worry, I plan on being around a long time, so you'll be able to hear them all. One of my favorite places is Myrtle Beach. We used to vacation there quite frequently growing up. One year when I was 6 or 7, my grandparents took the cousins down there for vacation. We went to an all-you-can-eat seafood buffet, and I went up to get some crab legs. Since I was too small to serve myself, one of the workers put on 2 crab legs on my plate. However, I was not satisfied with that small portion, so I would not leave until my plate was covered with crab legs. I proceeded to go up several times until I was full. You will quickly learn I really love food. And I especially, and he put this in quotes, wee wub wibs. Nick's response told me a couple of things. 1, he likes to eat. We've confirmed this. And 2, he has great memories of his family vacations. And as I would continue to learn, Nick is very close to his family, and it's clear that they love and support one another. I am comforted that Nick has this strong connection to his family, and I'm glad that Erin and Nick are starting their lives together with this shared foundation. The last question I'll share with you was really the only one that had a right or wrong answer, and Nick got it wrong. The question was, what is your favorite NFC East team? His answer was the Giants, and I struggled a bit to spin this one into a positive. But here goes. I learned 2 things from this answer. 1, Nick is honest. He could have lied and tried to impress me with the clear, obvious answer. And 2, Nick is loyal. Even through tough times, he sticks with his team. I'm thankful Nick has these traits, and I suspect his allegiance is a result of spending time growing up watching these games together with his dad, which I love and respect. Finally, I thought of giving you guys some relationship advice. But as I was going through what I wanted to say and thinking about the 2 of you, I decided instead to give everybody else here some advice. Watch these 2. Because I think we can all learn something from the way Erin and Nick treat each other. Watch how they giggle together. Watch how they support one another. Watch how they speak to each other. Watch how they do things for each other. Watch how they are kind to one another. Watch how they show their love for each other. Watch how they make each other laugh. Watch how Erin has learned the names of the top PGA players and the names of many of the Giants' offensive line. Watch how Nick comes prepared to every one of Erin's regularly scheduled budget meetings. Their kindness, love, support, and generosity toward one another is beautiful and a wonderful example for all of us. And finally, a few more thank yous. Erin, thank you for the honor of being your dad, Rick. Thank you for being so thoughtful, kind, and at times hilarious. It has been a joy to watch you grow up, and I'm so happy for you. I'm proud of you beyond words. I am and always will be your #1 fan. Fran and Kevin, thank you for being so generous and welcoming Erin into the Denniston family. Thank you for raising such a kind son, thoughtful and loving, that treats my daughter so well. And finally, Nick, welcome to the family. Your initiation is over. Thank you for caring for Erin, for making her smile, for supporting her and loving her. And more than anything, thank you for not being a Cowboys fan. To Erin and Nick, may your life together be filled with blessings, and your love for one another continue to be an example for everyone around